Leah Sarich joining us, our health specialist this morning. We're talking a really interesting topic for me because it just happens to be so timely.
Yes, with your child and back to school, yeah.
Back to school. My daughter, she's 12. She's been wearing glasses, a really weak prescription for about 3 years now, but she said, Dad, you know what? I'm having trouble writing things down correctly and I'm getting headaches. So
there you go. Now is the time.
Yeah.
Now, it's back to school is a great time to get your child's eyes checked because it's when they become aware of it, just like your daughter. So I went and spoke with optometrist Dr. Monea. And she said, you know, it is a good time because children, 80% of learning is visual. So if you think about it, that's all going on in your eyes. So if your eyes aren't working properly, it can lead to all kinds of things. I mean, first off, they're not learning properly, but that can also lead to attention problems, people being misdiagnosed as, you know, ADHD or having learning disabilities, all these kinds of things, and it can all just be related to your eyes.
Just to poor eyesight.
Exactly.
Okay.
They just need a pair of glasses. So I spoke to Dr. Monea about what you can really expect at that back-to-school visit.
We want to make sure their depth perception, that both eyes are working properly together. We want to make sure that they can function and see clearly, not only in the distance, where a lot of screening tests do, say at the doctor's office, how well you see in the distance, well, we can see. But did anyone ever look at close up and how the two eyes are teaming together and how well you can read? Because in the early years in school, a lot of the work is close up rather than distance.
Well, and there you go, and that's little Vivian. She's 8 years old, and she's been wearing glasses since she was 4. So she has been doing very well with keeping up and going annually and getting her new glasses. And I actually spoke to her. I said, well, what's it like? I mean, some children might be scared to go to the optometrist. And she said, no, it's great. Here's what she had to say.
It's fun because Dr. Monea changes my glasses every time I need her to, so I do better in my school.
You see, even she knows that her new glasses help her do better in school. So isn't she a cutie?
She is a cutie. Now you mentioned, and we talked about this during the commercial, you mentioned that kids should be going every year.
That's right.
Because I've only been doing every 2 years.
That's right, yeah. So Dr. Monea is recommending that they go every year.
Okay.
But what's really startling about this, I said, okay, well, we're talking about back to school, but when should they have that first eye exam? And she actually says we should take your baby in at 6 months. Yes, at 6 months of age. She says, get that first checkup needs to be when that baby's 6 months old. And I said, really? Here's why she says that's important.
If you think about it with your little baby and how they look, how they see, and how they learn is really through vision. So the reason we want to start at 6 months, we want to make sure that both eyes are working well together, that we don't have a lazy eye, and most importantly, that we don't have any eye disease.
And of course, that is what they're looking for, eye disease, because you don't think of that. You just think you're looking for eye correction. But actually, an optometrist can have a look at your eyes and see things like tumors and other things like that.
Is that when they look at the back of your eyeball?
Correct.
Ah, okay.
Exactly, exactly. So 6 months, but then once you get an all clear at that 6 month checkup, then they don't really need to come back until they're about 3 or 4.
Okay.
And then they need to come annually, so yeah.
What's
great about this though, and I didn't know this until I spoke to Dr. Monea, is that in Alberta, every child can get their eyes checked every year for free.
Alberta Health covers it.
Yes,
really?
That's what I'm saying. Yes, and I didn't know that, so that's awesome.
Did I.
And the other thing I didn't know about is a program called I See, I Learn here in Alberta, and that means that every kindergarten child can get a pair of glasses for free.
So you can get your eyes checked for free?
Yep.
Every child?
That's
and
right.
A kindergarten child,
yes.
boy or girl,
free
pair of glasses.
That's right.
That's
so there's no excuse.
Cool.
Yeah, so get out there and make sure your child can see properly so they can learn properly.